Lesson number 4, exercise number 3, the red line practice. Basic principles of working with transcendental energy. This exercise increases brain energy. In this practice, we work with transcendental energy. The practice is performed sitting, hands on the lower Dan-Tian, back straight, the first Dan-Tian under the third Dan-Tian, they must be on the same line. There is a channel in our spine through which a thin red line runs in qigong. It is believed that this channel is the source of transcendental energy. First part 1. Imagine inside in our spine, a thin red thread, a red line. It reaches to the back of the head, rises to the sky. Imagine how this line stretches down from the coccyx to the center of the earth. Now we are like a bead strung on a thread. We visualize the image of the red thread every 3 seconds for 5 minutes. 2. Imagine how the red line increases and becomes thicker, like a twig. We wait for our image to become clear, from 1 to 5 minutes, and continue to expand further. Imagine how the red line increases and becomes larger. It is already like a young tree, as thick as 2 of our arms. Imagine 5 minutes. 3. Imagine how the red line has become large, the size of our body in front. The borders coincide with the body, and in the back they go beyond the body. Imagine 5 minutes. Second part 1. Expand our line more and more, along with the movement of the hands increasing in size, the column seems to push the arms apart. At this point, we clearly imagine that we are inside the red column. If it is difficult to visualize a column around you, you can imagine that we are inside a large flask. Again, we wait for a clear image and continue the practice. 2. Draw a red triangle. From the base of the ring finger of the left hand, we draw a red line to the point Mingmen. From the point Mingmen to the base of the ring finger of the right hand, connect the right hand with the left hand. Imagine a red triangle for 5 minutes. 3. Visualize images of a red column and a red triangle with a Mingmen point for 15 minutes, in the first month of practice, gradually increasing the time to half an hour in subsequent sessions. The most important thing in this practice is the attitude. When you imagine a red pillar, you can say, "Great energy, come to me." This may be just a superstition, but it is believed that the transcendental energy is semi-intelligent. In the image of a column, we represent not only the outer side, but also the inner side of the column, its core. It is very easy to check the correctness of the practice at this stage. After 10-15 minutes of alternately visualizing the images of the red column and the red triangle, you can very slowly turn your head to the right. If everything is done correctly, you will feel an invisible resistance, the head will turn back. There may also be a feeling of stretching, the back straightens itself, vertebra to vertebra, as if some invisible thread pulls the top of the head up. This means that the transcendental channel is well opened, and the practice was successful. Final part 1. The red channel reduces with the arms, hands seem to squeeze the pillar and it becomes thinner and thinner. Imagine that the red channel has become the size of our body, the hands return to the lower Dan-Tian. 2. Imagine a red channel the size of our body, imagine it shrinking a red column the size of our 2 arms. Imagine a red column the size of 1 arm. The first 2 weeks of classes we also imagine a red pole as a half arm. 3. Imagine how our column decreases from top to bottom, gathering at the point of Baihua. In the same way, it is collected from the bottom up, in the coccyx. Now the red line is only in our body. Imagine the red line in our body for 3 to 5 seconds, and that's the end of the exercise. The first month we perform the practice, imagining both inside and outside the red line only. In the second month, we imagine the core already whitish, in the third red only on the outer contour, inside a whitish and transparent line. The fourth month the entire line is white, but transparent inside. In subsequent practices the entire line is transparent both inside and out. The more we carry out this practice, the higher the concentration of transcendental energy, and the more transparent it becomes. But we start the practice with the red line to get a better feel for the channel. After practicing the red line, you cannot deal with water for about an hour, you can only drink.